nobody, little boy, should put their hands on some little girl. Hey y'all, so I decided to come on here really quick. It is 7:19 and the sun's about to go down, so I really wanted to get this video in for you guys. So this video is going to be about steps to make when you're in an abusive relationship. So I'm gonna give you guys just a little bit of a background story. I was once in a relationship that was verbally abusive. He wasn't hitting me or anything, it wasn't that extreme, but it was mentally, like anything that mentally messes with your mind, and like somebody saying something to you to get you to not do something or to get you to do something that you don't want to do, that's a form of abuse. I was very young. I want to say like 12, and I had a boyfriend, and I just thought that I was so in love. Now, it didn't start till when I was in 9th grade. When I was in 9th grade, he started to tell me what I could and could not wear, who I could talk to, and after a while, like in the beginning, of course, like I abided by his rules, but after a while I started to rebel, and he would ask me why did I do that. Other boys are gonna look at me and all this stuff. Like, he didn't want me wearing jeans. Sorry y'all, something's in my eye, but I couldn't wear tight fitted jeans. I had to wear, if I did wear tight fitted jeans, I had to wear a top that was I had to wear a top that covered my butt, and I also had to wear one of his jackets to school. If I did not go to school without one of his jackets, basically he would ask me why. Like, I'll get like a speech like, oh, boys are gonna look at you, I don't want nobody looking at you, and da-da-da. And of course, we're just kids. No shade to him now, I'm not gonna put him out there now. He was just a kid. He was probably like 14 back then. We ain't know no better. But just saying, like, back then I felt like I was trapped, like at one point. And although I felt like I really did love him, I didn't want to be with him anymore. So these are the steps to know when it's time to go, when it's time to leave. He would send me pictures of his bloody knuckles. He would just all that type of stuff. Bloody knuckles, threaten me how he's gonna do this to himself. I didn't want him to harm himself or kill himself. That was just like the, let's just keep it raw, like right now. Y'all see the sun is like right here. But yeah, let's just keep it raw right now. Like, he would say that to me sometimes. So being in that situation as a kid, I really didn't know how to, you know, like talk to somebody that said that they were gonna kill themselves. And I feel like I felt him pulling me back. You have to, one, tell somebody about it. Back then, I had a friend in high school. I would always tell her about my boyfriend that went to another school. I was like, you know, like in the beginning when I first met her, I was telling her good stuff, and then after a while I would tell her like, I don't want to do this anymore because, you know, he does this and this. I couldn't talk to my parents about it, so I chose to talk to my close friend at the time. From that point in time, I started talking to him. You know, of course, I don't know if we should do this. Take the appropriate steps. Talk about it first. See if like where that person's head is at. As far as calling it quits with him, I did it slowly. At first I'll be like, oh, you know, I really think that we need like time to like really fix ourselves. I didn't say, oh, you know, let's call it quits, it's done. Like, I would tell him, you know, I really think we need time to fix ourselves because we kept getting into arguments and it's not healthy for us. I don't want to spoil the relationship between me and you. And he started to agree because he started to notice the unhealthy things too as well. But then I slowly like stopped calling him, And when he realized that I wasn't calling him anymore, he started giving me a little bit more freedom, like saying, oh, okay, well, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this, you could do that. Now, if you're in an abusive relationship where somebody putting their hands on you, you definitely have to take way better, like way more advanced precautions than I had to do. I would definitely say to still tell somebody to claim your independence. Like, really show that person, because the more you be like, oh, well, like, you listen to them, they're gonna keep like, you're basically allowing them to do that to you. So basically stand your ground. Be like, you know, I really feel like you should be able to trust me and I should be able to do X, Y, and Z. That person will start to pull back, because that's exactly what he did. He started to pull back. Of course, it could be with smaller things, like, well, like how I just said, I'll tell him, you know, well, I want to wear what I want to wear. Like, I want to express myself. Now, about the times where he would say that he was going to kill himself, honestly, I would just have to keep talking to him. And even if you feel like that person really is gonna kill themselves, call the police, because I really don't want nothing to happen to you, and I don't want to be like the cause, and I don't want anybody to look at me and be like, well, why didn't you do something? You just sat there. Definitely try to seek help for them. Being in a mental abusive relationship, it can definitely like mess you up if you're in it for a long period of time, because in a sense your identity is being taken away. You're not allowed to use your capabilities of being able to think for yourself. I would tell him, you know, I think we should just take a break. We can come back to us. Of course, like, we can still have that goal and that dream to get married and to have kids, but for right now we should just take a break. So the reason why I did that is because it allowed, sorry y'all, it gave him the time to be able to cope with not being together. And the reason why it wasn't so detrimental, or it wasn't like a stab to the heart, or it didn't feel as bad, is because he always thought of, okay, or this is just my standpoint from it, okay, we're not together now, but we'll be together. All I gotta do is work on myself. So as time builds up, it's like, well, she don't want to get back with me. I've been doing this for how long? I already know what it feels like to be without her. You see what I'm saying? Then the fifth and final step would be to actually let go. So after you've slowed down on, okay, I haven't really seen you as much, we can still talk, because that's what I told him. We can still talk, but we're not in a relationship. We're working on ourselves. When I still saw that we were still getting into arguments, because some stuff he just wasn't okay with, I just was like, you know what, we need to fully fully just be done, fully not do it anymore. I don't know who my boyfriend is, and y'all want to know who my boyfriend is, go to my channel with him. It is called H2, the number 2, BTV. TV is TEEVEE, and go check out our videos, and you're gonna have a good time over there. And you might as well subscribe to here and there, because you're already here and it makes no sense to leave. You know, just subscribe, ring the bell, boop, and you know, it is what it is. Like, just do it. What are you waiting for? If you're out there and you are experiencing mental abuse or physical abuse, definitely seek out help. Definitely talk to somebody. It's not good to just hold all that emotion in and not be able to have an outlet. So if you guys have any more questions or feel like you need a shoulder to lean on, you can definitely you know, comment, tell me about your experiences. And I just felt like I should, maybe this video will come across someone and they'll see it and they'll be like, hey, like, that's my exact situation. I want to get out of this situation. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video, or I'll see y'all on H2B TV. Bye y'all.